We begin with breaking news in the college admission scandal. I thought we'd never get back to this. Loughlin and her husband Mossimo Giannulli are pleading guilty to conspiracy charges as part of a new plea agreement. They've also agreed to a sentence if the court approves. So under the agreement, Loughlin will be sentenced to 2 months in prison, a $150,000 fine, 2 years of supervised release, and 100 hours of community service. Mossimo's sentence will be 5 months in prison, a $250,000 fine, and 250 hours of community service. This, of course, all stems from the couple's efforts to pass off their daughters as athletic recruits to get into USC. So DBL Nation, we have spent endless hours talking about this admission scandal. We want to know what you think. Is this justice, or are these sentences either too lenient or too harsh? So just head over to dblvote.com. We want to know what you think. My first instinct from my dad, who's a defense litigator, I think that way always is, well, of course they plead guilty. Coronavirus. They're going to have to serve the sentence at home, which is so much better in the mansion that Aunt Becky shares with Mossimo. Erica, what do you think about that?
I 100% agree with your dad is a lawyer brain, okay? Yeah. I think that this is not a coincidence at all, but I don't think that they're getting away with as much as people think they are. Even if it is an 18-bedroom mansion, how long before that mansion goes into foreclosure? I think a big part of this might have also had to do with how drained they were becoming financially. We knew they put that mansion up for sale, like, what, 6 months ago? And it was a fire sale. So that was implying that maybe they needed more money. And with the stock market and the economy,
yeah, you don't really know.
I don't think they won.
I see what you mean. And I totally thought a fire sale meant you could buy fire equipment for like a really long time. It's not true. Al, you have spoken about this. Do you think it's too lenient, too harsh, or just right?
I mean, it's what I expected. I mean, if you have money, the justice system will bend towards your will. I think the bigger question is, like, why are we just stopping with these names? I'm going to ask you two, as two of the smartest women I know, how deep does this go? How many years does it go back? What administrators were in on this? Where's all the money from all the people? I'm assuming we didn't just catch it on the first try. Has this been going on for 20 years? How many lives has this affected with young kids applying to these schools and not getting it because fraudulent students on fraudulent student athletes scholarships have gotten in? So I think this is just the beginning, but I feel like they're just going to use her name as a figurehead to say, hey, we got her, it's over, don't look over here anymore.
I feel you, but I do think she is, well, no, I think it's too lenient too, and so does our audience. 83% of you say too lenient. It's going to be a full house in there. She's going to